Hey everybody, I wanted to go over how to create a garden project and fill out some of its details that make the planning process for you throughout your project a little bit easier and simpler. So here I am on this create your garden page, and you can see you have the option to start with a template. And you can see here, I've clicked on this Minnesota garden. I have the option over here to save a copy, and that will duplicate this garden, put it under my account, and allow me to start tweaking it if that's what I want. If I just want to change a couple of things or have something to start off from, because starting from something blank is a little intimidating. Or you can start from scratch, which I'm going to do now. So I hit that, and I'm prompted with this modal where I can name my garden. So let's call this front sidewalk. And the next form inputs that I have are the length and width, which are the dimensions of the total project area of the space that you're designing. So if you're just designing a simple garden bed, it'll just be the dimensions of that garden bed. But if you're working on an entire residential or commercial property with multiple garden beds all throughout the space, then you're going to want to enter the total length and width of that area. But for today, we're just going to create a simple 12 by 4. Address is really helpful if you have that hobbyist subscription or above, because you'll have access to that satellite imagery or that map layer, and setting this address will put a center dot on that map layer at this address that you enter. But that'll be its own video, so I'm going to skip that for now. Growing conditions are the filters or the details about the project site that you want to save throughout your planning. And these will all be applied to your plant catalog. When you go to search for a plant, all of these will be applied as filters to that plant catalog by default. So you don't have to keep entering, I live in Massachusetts and I have full shade or part shade. So this is just something that you can set on the outset to make it easier as you look for plants to fill your area. So that's all I'm going to set for now. I'm going to hit go. It's going to create the garden. And after it's created, we're going to be redirected to that space. So you can see here in our sidebar, this is our project settings. We have the name as front sidewalk. We have the total area. That makes sense. If we need to, we can resize the project space. So if I don't quite want it to be 12 feet after all, I just want it to be 10. I can click and drag until it's, more accurate to what I wish. I can add a surface if I want. So because this is going to be just a simple garden bed, I'm going to leave this as soil, but I could change it to, grass if my default is going to be, a yard full of grass. It could be wood chips if you want instead of soil. So that's kind of where you can set everything there, just your how it looks in the background. Anytime you add a shape, which we'll get to, you'll have the option to set the surface properties of that too. And if none of these patterns that are offered, by default, are what you're looking for, then you have the option to upload a custom surface pattern, which is really helpful if you're planning, like a walkway or a patio, and you have like the actual paver image from Home Depot or wherever that you want to upload to make sure that it matches as close to, as close to the real world as possible. So that's what we're going to set for now. Again, if I need to edit any of these details, it's going to be from this sidebar, this first box in the settings tab, which is all of your project details. It even says here, click to edit project settings and appearance. So if I need to change any filters, I can do that here. Like, let's say I only want straight natives, I can apply that there. And now, as you can see, if I go to the catalog, I have all of these filters applied by default. So part shade, full shade, Massachusetts, those are all set. So I don't have to keep clicking again and again for plants that match my spec. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop there before we get too far ahead of ourselves. I just wanted to go into how you create a new project, kind of what those form input fields mean in relation to the rest of your planning process, and if you need to edit them, where you can do that, which is all here. So that's it for video 1.